Claude for Marketers, the plain version. This is an independent walkthrough, completely unaffiliated with Anthropic, showing exactly how the job actually gets done. The campaign brief lands on your desk. Instantly, that single document fragments into a 5-email drip, 3 landing pages, dozens of ad variations, and social posts. Every single one of those assets usually starts from a blank page. You sit there, typing out the exact same instructions, trying to re-explain your brand's tone of voice to a prompt box for the 5th time. There is a much more efficient way to work. Lock the voice once, generate the entire set of variations at scale, build the actual shippable asset, and automate the weekly recap. The campaign completely stops starting from scratch. This starts with setting up a Claude project. You build a dedicated repository for the brand and load it with your style guide, the tone rules, and 3 or 4 pieces of your absolute best past work. Because Claude reads a massive amount of context at once, you can hand it that brand guide, a couple of competitor pages, and 50 separate customer reviews in the exact same message. It synthesizes all of it to inform your single campaign. This relies on a specific architecture of features: projects, design, artifacts, cowork, and connectors, available right now across the Pro, Max, Team, and Enterprise tiers. Instead of stringing together isolated prompts, you assemble a continuous production engine that never breaks character. Habit 1 is locking your brand voice. You build that project, load the guide and past work, creating a permanent memory layer. The moment you open a new chat inside that project, you are already on brand. The assistant inherits that locked identity immediately. You completely eliminate the match our tone preamble from your daily marketing requests. The software stops being a blank text box, becoming a dedicated teammate with persistent brand memory. Habit 2 handles the volume shift. Feed a brief, product details, audience, and funnel stage into the hub, then ask for the campaign set. The output is massive: a 5-email drip, social cutdowns, and dozens of ad variations exploring urgency, value, and social proof. If you want subject lines tested 3 different ways, you ask for all 3 simultaneously and review the options. The machine handles the volume of text creation. You step into the editor role, spending your time strictly exercising judgment to pick the winners. Habit 3 closes the loop. The approved copy does not have to languish in a text document waiting for someone to build it. You push it directly into Claude Design or artifacts. It produces a real landing page or formatted one-pager, a functional asset straight from the interface. As this graph shows, you then automate the reporting. Using Cowork and connectors, pull live campaign numbers and have Claude draft the weekly report directly from the source. Building the final asset and writing the recap aren't separate manual jobs on your calendar anymore. To see exactly how this performs in practice, we look at Anthropic's own internal marketing team. Their customer marketing group used to spend hours typing out case studies. Now, they paste the interview transcripts and notes directly into the prompt, returning a properly shaped first draft in the exact brand format. Looking at the odometer here, a process that reliably took 2.5 hours drops to about 30 minutes of focused editing. The entire workflow shifts. An exhaustive production cycle that used to eat a whole afternoon becomes a swift 30-minute draft and edit session. That is the plain version checklist. Lock the brand voice in a project, turn one brief into a full campaign set, build the asset, and automate the recap. This is episode 1 of Claude at Work, exploring how specific jobs actually use these tools. Next up, salespeople. Plain Bureau explains AI tools in plain English, with no jargon and no hype. If you have a role you want covered, tell us in the comments, and it becomes an episode. Thanks for watching this independent walkthrough. See you in the next one.